You've spent hours optimizing your website for phrases that literally nobody types into Google, and I can prove it. This is SEO Fucking What? I'm Nikki, 30-odd years in SEO, and today we're going to talk about the single most expensive assumption you're making about your own business. You think you know what your customers search for. You're almost certainly wrong. And that wrongness is why your website isn't bringing in the leads it should be. So let's fix it. Right, here's how this usually goes. Business owner sits down with their web designer or their SEO person and they're asked,
what keywords do you want to rank for?
And the business owner thinks about it for a bit and they come up with a list that sounds very professional, very logical, and very much like how they would describe their own business to appear at a networking event. And that list is almost completely fucking useless. Because your customers don't describe your services the way you do. You think you're a bespoke financial planning consultancy for high net worth individuals. Your customers are typing in financial advisor near me, or how do I stop wasting money, or do I need a financial advisor, or can I just use my bank? They are not typing your company description into Google. They never were. And if your entire SEO strategy is built around the words you use to describe yourself, rather than the words your customer uses to find you, you are basically setting up shop in an empty field and wondering why no one's coming in. I've been doing this for a long time, and I promise you, every single business owner I've ever worked with has had this problem to some degree. It's not a stupidity thing. It's a proximity thing. You're too close to your own business to see it the way a stranger sees it. Let me give you a few more examples because I want you to really think about this. We have an accountant who wants to rank for accountancy services leads. Her customers are searching, how much does an accountant cost? And do I need an accountant if I'm self-employed? And accountant for small business leads. Not the same thing. We have an HR consultant who wants to rank for human resources consultancy, but his customers are searching, do I need HR if I've got 5 staff? And how to fire someone legally in the UK? And HR support for small businesses, completely different to human resources consultancy. An IT company who wants to rank for managed IT services, but their customers are searching, my computer keeps crashing, and IT support for small business. And how much should IT support cost? Can you see the pattern? You're thinking in industry language. Your customers are thinking in problems, questions, and panic. And look, I'm not saying the more formal phrases are worthless. Some of them are genuinely what people search for. But most of the time there's a gap, sometimes a bloody enormous one, between what you think people search for and what they actually type into a search engine. And I've talked about keyword research in previous episodes. In episode 13, I went through how to approach blog content properly. 5 reasons we love working here. Great for your careers page, absolute shite for search visibility. That's not a blog, it's a fucking diary. In episode 17, we covered why ranking for a single phrase can be a waste of time. What I haven't done is gone back to the very beginning and talked about why your starting assumption is broken before you even open a keyword tool. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the assumption problem. Most businesses approach keywords by brainstorming. They sit there and they think, what would someone type if they wanted what I offer? And the answers they come up with are coloured by 3 things. 1, how they talk about their own business internally. 2, how they describe their business to other business owners. And 3, how they think their ideal client would describe them. None of those is the same as how someone who has never heard of them, has a problem that needs solving, and has just opened Google would actually phrase a search. Because that person is not thinking about you at all yet. They're thinking about their problem. They're not searching for bespoke brand strategy agency. They're searching for, why does my logo look shit? Or how to make my business look more professional. They're not searching for an occupational health consultancy. They're searching for, how long can an employee be off sick before I can fire them? They're not searching for fractional CMO services. They're searching for, do I need a marketing director? Or how to grow a B2B business without a marketing team? The person who eventually becomes your client is almost never starting their Google search with your industry's terminology. They're starting with their own pain, their own question, their own confusion. And your job, if you want SEO to work for you, is to show up at the beginning of that journey, not just at the end when they've already figured out what they need. And this matters more than you think. If you're only optimizing for the final decision phrases, you're competing for traffic from people who are already close to buying, which sounds great until you realize that's also where every one of your competitors is trying to show up. It's the most competitive, most expensive, hardest to crack part of the search landscape. But the people at the beginning of the journey, the ones with the questions, the confusion, the vague sense that they have a problem, they're often completely uncontested territory. Nobody's fighting for, do I need a financial advisor if I'm self-employed, the way they're fighting for financial advisor in London. And if you can answer that early question brilliantly, helpfully, and honestly, you've already built trust before they've even decided they're ready to buy. By the time they're ready, you're not just a random company that showed up in a search result. You're the people who already helped them. And that's what good SEO actually does. It gets you in front of people who don't know they need you yet. But I do want to talk about something that I come across constantly, which is business owners dismissing keyword opportunities because the phrase doesn't perfectly describe their services.
Oh, but we don't just do accountancy for self-employed people. We do full business accountancy.
So fucking what? If a self-employed person lands on your site because you've answered their question and then discovers you also do everything else that they might ever need, you've just got yourself a client. Stop being precious about it.
Oh, but we don't just fix computers. We offer comprehensive IT solutions.
Right, and your customer is currently Googling, laptops keeps freezing, fix it. Meet them there. The question is not, does this phrase perfectly describe us? The question is, do the people typing this phrase need what we offer? If yes, you should be there in the results. But what do you do instead of guessing what your clients are typing in? Start with Google itself. Go incognito so your search history doesn't mess things up. And start typing phrases into the search bar. Don't finish them. Watch what Google autocompletes. Those suggestions come from real searchers by real people. That's data, actual data, right there for free. Look at the people also ask boxes when you search for something relevant. Expand them. Those questions are fucking gold. They are literally Google telling you what your audience is asking. Go to the bottom of the search results pages and look at related searches. More data, more free, more real. Now, go and talk to someone who isn't in your industry. Your mum, your partner, your friend who definitely doesn't know what a fractional CMO is. Tell them what you do. Ask them how they'd search for it. Their answers will probably make you wince. Write them down anyway. And if you want to get into tools, which I've covered in earlier episodes, Ahrefs has a free keyword generator. AlsoAsked is brilliant and built by Mark Williams Cook, who is one of the few people in this industry I'd recommend following without hesitation. You put in a phrase, it maps out the questions people are actually asking around that topic. It's not expensive, and it'll change the way you think about content. But before any tool, the most useful thing you can do is interrogate your own assumptions, because you have them. I have them. Everyone has them. The keyword list you came up with off the top of your head is almost certainly shaped more by how you think about your business than by how your customers search for it. And that gap, that's where your SEO is disappearing. In a minute, I'm going to give you one genuinely practical thing you can do today, right now, with no tools and no budget, to start understanding what your customers are actually searching for. It takes about 20 minutes. It'll make you swear a bit. It's coming right up. Here's your homework, and I promised you it'll make you swear. Open Google, go incognito. Now, think of the main thing you sell, not what you call it, what it does for people, what problem it solves. Type the beginning of a question someone with that problem might ask. Something like, how do I? Or do I need? Or what's the difference between? And then the vague area of your business. Don't finish the sentence. Watch what Google suggests. Screenshot everything that's relevant. Then do the full search and look at the people also ask section. Expand every single one of them. Screenshot those too. You now have a list of real questions that real people are typing into Google right now that are relevant to your business. Pick the 3 that match most closely what you actually offer. Go and check whether you have any content on your website that answers those questions properly. If you don't, that's your next 3 pieces of content. Not a blog about your company, not a post about National Whatever Day. Useful, search-driven content that gets you in front of people who need you before they've even decided who they're going to call. That's it. 20 minutes, no budget. You'll have more direction for your SEO content strategy than most businesses have after 6 months of guessing.
Fuck, so useful.
Please do follow SEO Fucking What wherever you're listening, because these episodes come out every week and I don't want you missing anything. And if you want to get your head around SEO properly, not just pick it up in 10-minute chunks, everything I know is in the Non-Wanky SEO course at nonwankyseo.com. It's £200 for a one-off for the on-page version, 20 quid a month if you'd rather spread it out. No upsells, no rubbish, just SEO. Until next time, get found, make money, stop building your strategy around what you think people search for, and start finding out what they actually type.